Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're new to the channel, what I do is this is the introduction. You will see this on all of the astrological signs. So don't think that I'm just repeating myself here. Well, I am, but I'm tagging this on to the beginning of all of the signs. This is where we go through some of the overview of what's going on in the world, and I do a short reading also for more of the universal energies. But if you want to go right to the your reading, then over there in that description over there should be the timestamp, and you can just pop over. Or if you cross-watch, you can do that. Cross-watching is for like your Venus, your Mars, ascending, rising, moon energies, Jupiter energies. Anyway. Because this is Monday through Thursday, I use my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I then pull one from my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I've started using still can't remember who these are, my Inspirational Wisdom cards, and this is from Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And then I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this introduction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull and use some cards from my Waite Rider tarot card, and we're going to go back to Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. Now, I've prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, but my job is just to deliver the message. Try not to get too much in the way of it. But let's go back. I did post some of my, I did post today the planetary movements for Libra. Now, I posted that with a link. Actually, I put it in my blog, always still that I have a blog, and I'm trying to do better with it. But I put it in my blog on my website, Divine Destiny with Debbie. And, and I put the links in the community page and, Instagram, and also in Facebook. So I'm going to just read from the beginning of this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But the veil between the physical and metaphysical world is thinning. The dimensions are overlapping along with timelines. Very much, there's a lot of things going on in this world that we cannot explain, but yet can be explained when we look at the stars, when we look at when we go through meditation, but we will not know everything, okay? I once asked, well, why couldn't I know a little bit more? I asked higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, and I was basically told if I knew more, then I would never get out of bed. So lots of changes in the planetary movement this month. The pressure is on as Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn slow down to go direct. Think how diamonds are made. Also, Jupiter retrogrades back into Pisces, where that is, Jupiter, the planet of largesse, and Pisces is the dreamer, is the deep subconscious. So going back to what is it that you've been wanting? What is it that you've been wishing? But Mars will stay in Gemini, as it will for a couple of more months, but it does that by retrograding right before All Hallows Eve. So there's a lot of mystical energies around Halloween, All Hallows Eve, the All Saints Day too. But remember, everything that can be done for evil, we do for light, we do for good, okay? So remember, when the planets retrograde or go direct, there is a shadow period. So that is where the energies are mixed and amplified. It's kind of like a push-pull, okay? So some of the energies are pushing you back, but at the same time, some of the energies are pushing you or pulling you forward. So Mercury, it goes direct on the 2nd of October, but it has a 14 to 17 day retrograde shadow. Pluto, the post shadow, will be here because Pluto will be going direct this month also. But the shadow period will be there until the 29th of January. And Saturn, the post shadow period, will be there until the 26th of January. So we've got some interesting stuff going on. But the planets, they appear to be going backwards, where it's not supposed to really be happening that way. It's more supposed to be an illusion. But the energies are really, they slow down at this point, or they appear to slow down. And this is where it's like the attention is all on us. And I told you that Mars, the pre-shadow, and I didn't really even realize this, but the pre-shadow zone started September 3rd. I did send you a link. I did put in my little thing a link where you can find that information. I know enough to be a little dangerous with the astrology per se, but I do depend on the people that know a little bit more. But what I do is when I see these things, I interpret them. I tell you what I am feeling with this. Mine is more, like I said, I'm an intuitive channeler. I connect with higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, whoever that is that you want to say. I say God, Source, Holy Spirit. But let's see what we have. Okay, cards are falling out already. Let's see what higher power, and when cards fall out, we're going to listen to them. We're going to pick them up, and as I get smaller. Anyway, let's see. What does higher power want to tell us about this week? And if you really think about it, and I know I didn't tell you though what one other thing I wanted to let you know too. We have I told you the 2nd, Mercury goes direct. On the 8th, Pluto goes direct. Now Pluto is the, so it's really in a very slow motion right now. So it's really putting a lot of pressure. Pluto, the planet of destruction, the planet of transformation, which is in Capricorn, which is all about your home, your life, your earth energies. So let's see what we have going on here. We got a bunch of cards that want to be seen. And when they want to be seen, we're going to see them. Now, these are the ones that fell out. I know that we do have a major arcana. I do not know what we have down there yet. But let's go on and see here. Let's see what we've got. This is the card that flew out. First card is the Queen of Cups. Now, all of the court cards have a dual energy, okay? Pages, base energy is our earth, and that is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career, tangible energy. Knights, the base energy is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. Passionate, burning, determined. Sometimes it can burn hot, sometimes it can burn very brightly too. Now, our Queen's energy is water. Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fluid, emotional, but very, very spiritual too. And then our King energy, and it's interesting that we have both, is our swords or our air energy. It is our Aquarius, it is our Gemini, and it is our Libra energy. So it's thought processes, thinking things through, making plans. It's also about hearing some news. So there could be some news coming around from possibly this king. So going back to this now, the secondary energy, or the energy that overlaps this, is whatever the card, the card designation is. So this is the Queen of Cups. Cups is water energy again. So this is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, very, very spiritual energy, very loving energy in many ways. Can be a little bit too much in your business energy, can be a little bit too emotional also. It all depends on what pops next to it, but this is a very loving energy. This is a very caring energy. This is that feminine energy out into that universe that wants people to be taken care of, be loved, and just really cares for them in more ways than you can even say. So we have something going on. Now we do have this queen, and she's holding a chalice. Now many times over, but yet the chalice that's an interesting chalice, isn't it? Because it has something actually coming out of this chalice. So here we have something that can be very spiritual, very holy in many ways, but I'm not quite sure. I've never really looked at it to the point where I'm looking and there's these dark winged energies around it, Now next time I read with the Queen of Cups, she could mean something totally different. And I'm also looking at her face, and she looks very sternly at this. I feel like she does not like what she's seeing. So something very spiritual, but yet there's some dark energies around the spirituality. But she herself, and like I said, she's looking at it very sternly. She herself will, do what Queen of Water does. She's going to pray. She's going to meditate. She's going to really be very careful and very loving. And love and light does have a strong effect. Especially, dark cannot be where light is. Okay, so now we're going to just take these as they are. We come to the King of Swords. Now again, Swords is air energy, and the King of Swords, underlying energy, the King is actually, air energy too. So Aquarius, Libra, and it's also Gemini. So we have a lot of, what is it? Saturn is going direct. Gemini, like I said, Mars in Gemini, that's going to make some changes, and that's going to be pretty forceful, but that's towards the end of the month. But the King of Swords is the ruler, is very linear, is very powerful, very thinks things through, okay? The King of Swords really does not deviate from right or wrong. So there is something here. There's a powerful ruling energy here, and it's really looking at what is right, what is wrong. Now, we come here. This one is reversed. So let's go here. So I don't want to see. Oh, okay. So here we have the Two of Swords. Now remember, numbers have meanings also. So twos are crossroads choices. It's also decisions. We can be blinded. We can pretend that we don't see. But actually, it's all a pretense. This is an illusion. So there is a decision that that the world has to make, but we know the answer already. We know there's two things. We know the answer, but we also know which way we're going to go. Now, sometimes which way we're going to go is not the true answer, but part of that can be delusion too. So something interesting with that. Now, I think that the new moon. I'm sorry, the full moon. I think the full moon is coming. When is that coming? The 9th? The 9th maybe? It'll be in Aries. So interesting things going on here. She has decisions to make. I do feel like this is a choice between, again, the Saturn thing going on. And yes, I've been harping on Saturn in Aquarius since it went there, even before it went there. Saturn in Aquarius has always been, to me, about illusion versus truth. So it's kind of like, which way are you going to go? And I also, the double-edged swords, that's coming to me too. Now, we have the Page of Pentacles. So we have the Page, again, underlying energy is work, job, career. It is our earth energy. The Page, the Pentacles in itself is earth energy. I'm kind of getting, so money, job, career. Pages are very enthusiastic. Pages are going after what they really want. This is, this page is looking at the Pentacles, at the Pentacle in his hand. He's kind of admiring it. He's kind of really putting a lot of his energy into this. He's going to go after whatever it is that's going to work for him. Okay? Now, the thing is, again, no matter what's going on in the universe, we do have our lives to live. And, so even if you don't feel like there's a way to make money, there are ways. Now, I can't tell you per se all the ways, but, again, many times over, when I have a bill I can't pay, when I have, a mortgage coming up, I give this to God, higher powers, Holy Spirit. And I tell you, I have had miracles happen financially. So the page is kind of looking at this in a little bit of an awe and a little bit of a, just kind of a, yes, I want more of what you are. Okay, so then let's see what this major arcana is. Okay, not a bad one. So we have another 2, and this is the High Priestess. Again, 2s are choices. Decisions. It could also be coupling. Now, the High Priestess, she is like the oracle. She is like the one that connects. Now, we can also be our own oracle. We can also be our own connection. The High Priestess will give you the information that you need for whatever it is that you need. Again, great meditation, prayers, however that is for you. I do a lot of it in my car. Hey, what's going on here? Or what can I learn? What can I know? But again, just as I said earlier with the High Priestess, they won't give you higher powers, whoever this is, your spirit guides will only give you what you can handle. Now, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want, that's a little bit too much too, but will only give you what you can handle. Now, I am looking at that, I don't know what this B and the J, I do know that it is, it does have I do know what it means biblically per se, but I'm feeling like there's something very, very interesting in our time right now. Okay, so there is this, is this between black and white? Is this, between, this is one way, this is the other? Is this Saturn versus, Saturn in Aquarius? It could be all of the things, but I do feel like the pillars, the pillars have a lot of interesting energy around. So, but she will only give you what you can handle. Sometimes she can stretch you because she believes that you can handle a little bit more, but she won't give you more than that too. So interesting stuff. Not quite, there's a lot of ruling energy here. There's a lot of spiritual energy here. There's a lot of, making decisions on our own, kind of, which way, again, which way are we going to go? There is the right way, but then there's also the way we choose. And there is this energy about just kind of looking at the pentacle and saying, I really feel, I want more of you. So, but again, the High Priestess is, is their feminine energy, and we do have, it's interesting, feminine energy. We do have a good masculine energy, though, to balance each one out. But the King of Swords, I do feel, has this ruling energy. Does have this something with the King of Swords. He's not necessarily kind, but he will be just. Okay. Now, this is where I say, please let me know what you're thinking about this. Please let me know how this reads to you. Anyway, let's see what we've got going with the good tarot cards. Okay, we've got two that just flipped. Don't know what they are either, but they want to come and be seen. So let's see. First card is the 10 of Air. I love the 10 of Air energy again. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 10 is a transition. Now, transitions doesn't mean that it's an easy transition, but it does mean that something is changing. And all of these planets are, are in some form of a change. Now, I think that, there's the planets that haven't gone direct, they're going to be, and in the next 3 to 4 months, they will also be changing too. So your thought processes, your hearing news, how you're making your plans are changing. So there is a change. The other thing about the 10 of Air is the 10 of Air does say that you're leaving something behind that has not been good for you, and you are moving into something that will be that much better for you. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be easy, but it doesn't mean that but it does mean just, hold on. Things are changing for the better. Next card. That one is reversed. This is another major arcana. We did have the Fool for an introduction, a couple of introductions ago. So here we have the Fool. The Fool is a 0. 0 is a God source number, God source energy number. The Fool has to have blind trust. The Fool doesn't know why they're going on the path that they're going, and sometimes doesn't know what they're even doing. Just knows it has to be done, and they just have to have faith. They have to believe in themselves. They have to believe in something bigger than themselves also, and they have to have blind trust. So, interesting with that energies, all of that. Tell me what you think that means. So we have a couple of the 2s. And then we have a couple of the 0s. And we have that one, which is a new beginning. So there's a lot of mystical energies here. There's a lot of ruling energies here. But there's also some decisions that we're going to have to make, or the world is making in some ways for us also. There's some money energy here, kind of like, I want more. So let me know, everyone, what you're thinking, okay, about this. And, we're going to be starting the videos, your videos soon. But also take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, comment. Let me know what this means to you. And let's start the videos. Hello, my Pisces. Okay. Maybe the weekend was very intense for you, especially with all the metaphysical energies going on. You need to enter the week really on a positive note if you can, raise up those vibrations. You need to make sure that you have faith, that you believe, because part of the thing, when you've got a metaphysical leaning or a metaphysical visitation, and even if it leaves you feeling drained or like, oh, I don't know what to do with this information, you have to look at it this way. Its source is talking to you. And that's pretty important. That's pretty important. So source is not necessarily having you do anything, just wants to share that. So when it comes to pass, it actually should be faith affirming. Okay, so whoever needed that. So you need to make sure, please, work to keep those vibrations up, work to have faith, work to believe that miracles are always happening. Okay, so let's see what we've got for my Pisces from higher power. What do you have for our Pisces here? Oh, I've been getting a lot of reversed cards, so this is very cool. Let's see what we have. First card is the Nine of Michael. So Nine of Michael. 9 is that energy. Let's wrap it up. You've got it done. Michael is air energy. It is sword energy. It is our Aquarius, our Libra, our Gemini thought processes, making plans, thinking things through. The Nine of Michael is that I want to tear out my hair energy. I don't really, again, like I was saying, just because you might be shown something that might not necessarily be a positive at this point, or that you understand it, it's that, oh, I just feel something's happening. I feel something's happening. I just know it. And then I'm having dreams. I'm just kind of knowing it. The thing is, this is when source is just sharing with you. And if it all comes to pass and you say, oh, I knew this was going to happen, it was in many ways source telling you that source was just really preparing you, was basically saying, hey, there is something out there that's bigger than you. And, part of that time, because I've had that, my mother really used to have that a lot, and she didn't know what to really do with it. And basically it was either, well, just know. And then when you know, it's actually proves, it does prove that there's something greater. And sometimes there's also, you can pray over it if you want to try to make a change, or you can even talk and say, hey, how about if we change that direction? So back to you. Anyway, whoever might have gone through that type of energy or is feeling this way during this week, the Nine of Michael is kind of this tearing out your hair, is kind of saying, it's tossing and turning, and what's going to happen? Where am I going to go? The nine of Michael is you have your two little fishies, and your one little fishy wants to pull you up into the sunshine, but that other fishy likes to pull you down into the darks, the depths. And, and what did I say? Which one was Pluto was changing? And then, that we've got all these directional changes, and then, what is it? Jupiter was going into Pisces, but that was in the end of the month. So things are changing all around you, and you're feeling it, and you're feeling it deeply. The thing about it is, again, there's nothing really that you can do about it. There's nothing that so don't, yes, my Pisces, you carry the weight of all the astrological signs on your shoulders. Release it. Release it. Let it go. Give it to higher power. Give it to source, and just say, no, I'm not carrying this, and I have to have faith, and I have to believe that things are going to work out better than I even see. Okay? So I'm kind of trying, this really isn't I'm really not trying to create a negative energy or reading for you. Actually, if you're feeling these energies, if you're feeling them and they come to pass, it's because source is letting you know. And like I said, it's actually validating your connection with source. Not easy. I know it's not easy. I especially know. My moon is in Pisces, so I think that's where a lot of this comes about. But I've come to a point where I've understood, for the moment, that it's really more of a validation and that things will be much better than I even think. Okay? Anyway, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release fears of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay? Next card, reversed, the Queen of Gabriel. So, Queen's underlying energy, water. Your energy. Cancer and Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, fluid emotional. Gabriel is fire. Gabriel is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Remember, Jupiter is in Aries right now. And Aries, this is largesse. The Queen, this is big. This is, even if you're thinking, even if your thoughts are not necessarily the brightest or the happiest or the, you know what I mean? I don't mean I mean like bright, like shining energy. You need to at least present. You need to at least go forward. You need to, put this in your pocket, conceal this type of energy, lift this energy, because the Queen of Gabriel is bigger. She believes in herself. She goes after what she wants. So even if her mind is saying, no, don't do this. No, oh my gosh, I just know. Now, I'm not asking you to do something foolish. Okay, I'm not asking you to do, basically, quit your job. No, it's easier to get a job when you have a job. But the Queen of Gabriel, she goes after what she wants. She flies high. She is not timid in any ways, okay? Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So let's see this last card here. So you've got a little bit of and that kind of goes back to that Two of Swords. It's like, well, this is, I feel this way. I'm thinking, but I'm really being encouraged. So let's see this last card here. The Queen of Ariel. So you have two queen energies here. So you have air, fire, water, earth. Earth is our Taurus, our Virgo, and our Capricorn. And, Capricorn has making some changes. Pluto is going direct. So a lot of the things that have been, and that will create a lot of unease for a lot of people too. So money, job, career, could be also home. The Queen of Ariel loves beautiful things. The Queen of Ariel loves to make sure that the people that she takes care of is taken care of. Whereas the Queen of Gabriel is going to go and pursue her own interests. She's not going to not take care of this, take care of her people. She's just going to get out there, and she's just going to be larger than large. But the Queen of Ariel, she's going to make sure she's taken care of, her family's taken care of, all of this. Everybody's taken care of in a good and lush way. Okay? I would almost say that in some ways this would be, starting a new job that that you're like, I really don't know if I should do this. This is, again, the mind plays, the mind can play with us quite a bit, okay? It can really make things not logical to us either. It just, the fear tool of the devil. The queens here, though, the queens are like, hey, this is royalty. This is, this is power. This is feminine energies here. And feminine energies have a lot of creativity to it, too. So, the Queen of Ariel is mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical, and wise advice. So the queens have power. The queens have confidence. So kind of, maybe this is that house that you were going to buy, or that new apartment, or moving out of a secure area and being more independent. And part of you is kind of like, oh, can I do this? Can I do this? Well, the queens come and tell you, yes, you can do this. You can definitely do this, my Pisces. The queens are like, and in some ways, it's almost like the queens are like, they don't even, they're not even going to wait to see your decision. They're just going to move on and just do it. Okay, guardian angels. Let's see what we've got here for my Pisces. Let's see. But again, too, somebody out there, that Nine of Michael, somebody out there, Source has been talking to you. It hasn't really been, you've been feeling like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? You can pray, meditate. You can converse back and say, hey, what am I supposed to do with this? Or you can just know you were given special information because you're very cared for. You're very loved. Okay? So here we go. Ace of Thought. So we have a 1. So we have a 9-1-1-9. 1, new beginning, new start. Thought is our air energy. New thoughts, new ideas, new way of thinking, changing your thinking. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. So you want to really set clear boundaries and clear expectations. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So what started out as kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? I just, am I making the right decision? The queens are like, oh yeah, we're just going. Come, oh, and they might even look back to say, where's Pisces? Come on, this is going forward, with or without you, and it better be with you. Anyway, so the Ace of Thought is really just saying, just make sure that your expectations, all of it is just be very clear in your communications. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here with Inspirational Wisdom from our angels and fairies for our Pisces. What do we have for our wonderful Pisces here? Here we go. Apple Blossom Fairy. So in the southern hemisphere, are the apple blossoms, or is the apple blossoms blossoming? Anyway, believe in your many strengths and follow the pathway that benefits you. So believe in yourself. Believe in your strength. Something's going on here that's really very, very powerful, very good. Let's see what we've got now with our crystals or energies for my Pisces. Clear that out a little bit. There are different ways to shuffle. Okay, Moldavite. Who did that pop up for? I think Moldavite came in, I think, Libra. So if you cross-watch, you might see that here too. Healing, protection, telepathy, connection. This little thing, though, is very expensive. Anyway, my Pisces. Like I said, the queens are gonna like kind of it's just gonna snowball. It's just gonna roll. It's just gonna, they're like, oh, well, yeah, this is going on. This is happening. This is happening, my Pisces. It's happening. Okay, whether or not you're like, no, kicking and screaming, no, it's happening. Anyway, my Pisces, take a moment to comment. I like to hear from you. Also, please do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on that bell for notifications. Okay. Also know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.